Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the one and only Wello Show.
Yeah, do follow us on Spotify. We'll be posting more content on Spotify. Check it out, guys.
Yep. Today we got a very, very talented guest with us. He's a very talented artist and also an inspirational artist.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome ABANGSAPAU.
Let's go.
Thanks for having me.
Let's go. How are you, bro?
I'm good, bro. It's been very hot. Hot
Yeah, yeah,
days.
Yes, actually.
I don't know why I'm wearing this.
But never mind, the aircon here is quite good.
Yeah.
How are y'all? How you doing?
We good, we good.
You're good.
Yeah.
But Aslam belum makan lah.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Dah ada makan ni, roti telur.
Yeah.
Roti je.
Roti and telur.
Cukup ke?
Tak cukup. Lepas ni nak pergi makan dah ni.
Okay.
Tak sabar ni. Baru start flag lah. Okay, obviously you just released a new single called Mama, right? So obviously it's about your mother lah.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit?
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that song or not?
I mean, sometimes baby mama, you never know.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, baby,
Baby mama. Yeah, but this song is about my mom.
Yeah.
I wrote it in 2019 actually.
Oh, is it?
Then I just decided to release it this year lah. Waiting for the right time. But it's more so like the whole song is just my way of like appreciating her for her sacrifice kind of thing, because she's a single mom. She's gone through a lot, threw away her dreams for her kids, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So and then I found like, I don't know whether y'all can experience this too or what with like your own parents, but like, you know, when you grow up, you see your parents is like the expert of everything, you know. It's like they know, they surely know what's correct and what's wrong and all that, you know. But then as you get older, it's like, oh my god, she's human also, you know. It's her first time experiencing life also.
Yeah.
So like, that's why I kind of like didn't release it. I think like I revisited the song with a new perspective of seeing her as more human than just a mom.
Yes.
You know, so I think that was my way of trying to express that to her and hopefully for other mothers as well lah.
I feel like that song really like is very personal to you. Like, and also like I feel like as you said just now, like your mother gone through a lot, right? Can you tell us a little bit about your childhood or not? And I feel like confirm you also gone through a lot with your childhood, with your songs and everything, you know. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Can. Sometimes I feel like I live a few different lives already, to be honest. I don't know whether you experience that also, especially at this age.
What do you mean by that?
It's like sometimes when I look back, I feel like my life is just different, very black and white phases that feel very different, you know. Like so like when I was younger, I guess like my parents were together, you know, it was a nice big family in a decent house and all that, but there was a lot of abuse going on, different kinds of abuse, you know.
But sorry, you how many, your siblings is how many?
4 of us total.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm the third of 4.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, there's like a lot of abuse going on growing up. Like the kids just saw a lot happening, like, you know. And then I got to a point where I think like the divorce kind of needed to happen. So I was 14 years old at the time. And then, you know, we ended up having to like sell the house and all that. But then there was a period of time where, you know, the family was homeless. But my mom, weirdly during that time, chose to go and work in social work to help others in the time that the family needed help, you know. And then whenever she'd be done with work, she would come and tell us, you know, about the struggles of other people, so that we would feel a little more gratitude while we were going through a lot at that time. You know, so like, because during that time, like my parents had the divorce, and then we were homeless for a while, and then my grandfather also passed away. Like her father passed away at the same time too. So a lot was happening at the time. You know, and then since then, like when I went to secondary school, first I was bullied, then I became a bully, then I became a youth at risk, then I got caning. It was a whole thing. Decided to turn over a new leaf when I went to ITE. I wanted to do social work.
Why you got caning?
Why I got caning? I'm not going to go into that. You can go here up Mr. Vignesh, me flower. You can ask him. Like, yeah, I decided to, like, you know, follow in my mother's footsteps and, like, you know, do social work also. You know, found a lot of passion in that and in public speaking also in ITE. Thankfully, I did well, graduated well. You know, got some like scholarships and all that. Went to Nanyang Poly, but then in Poly suddenly like everything changed. Like I felt like my whole life was set already. Like I knew what I wanted to do. Like I had like, you know, scholarships and awards and everything. My grades were well, but then suddenly music just came out of nowhere. It just changed everything. Yeah.
Like what is the part where suddenly like you want to do music?
I think it started first in ITE, like my best friend Azri in ITE, like after class, he would come and be like, hey Shaz, let's sit down and just write raps, At that time, there was a lot of like SoundCloud challenges and all that going on. So, yeah, we just sat outside class and just wrote. Then he'll be like, hey Shaz, your rap's quite good, no? Now looking back, it was not good at all. It was horrible.
You still have it?
Huh? I have a lot. It's like when I want to like humble myself, I'll go and listen to that again. It was painful to listen
One of the bars is what?
Oh my god.
You definitely remember it.
Oh my god.
Tell us a little bit. I want to cringe.
Damn. I don't know if I want. Okay. It's like, hi, my name is Shaz and I do not know how to rap. How do you... Oh, I'm not even... I don't want to do that. You know what? No. I'm not going to do that. Okay? This was a bad time. I had a music video to it and everything. It's all gone. It's gone forever. If you have it, you have it. If you don't, you don't. I'm over that time. But yeah, it was bad, But at the time, when your homie is guessing you up and everything, it's like, okay, my friends say fire there, fire, I just put out, start like releasing on my, your private account on Instagram first with like 10 followers, started putting it out there. Then my 10 followers will like comment, hey, you should post on your main, They're like, okay lah. Then my main account had like 200 followers. It's like, okay lah, post on my main, Then like in poly, I started really like posting a lot more. But then there was this one in like June 2019, I think, that like really like popped off, And then from there, it's like suddenly other rappers were hitting me up, and then producers, and then like people like, hey, Sapau, you wanna perform for this show, that show?
That one you post on Instagram,
That was on Instagram. Instagram and Twitter. At the time, TikTok wasn't like a huge thing. Yeah. So it was like Instagram and Twitter, and it did well. And I was like, oh, okay. I'll just do this, see where it takes me. At that time, I was president of my course in poly. Okay. But I completely just people just change, swerve,
Goodbye.
Then I just drowned inside the music, and my whole family was shocked. Everybody was shocked. It was like, what is this guy doing? Thankfully, a few years down the road, feel like I've made the right decision. But most importantly, I don't regret my decision.
Yeah.
Then when you say that 2019 you start writing, right? So at that moment, who do you like look up to or you refer to? Like the rappers and all.
Oh, at that point, bro, honestly, I think a lot of rappers can relate to this. When you first start, right, you just straight up copy your inspirations. So at that time, I was copying Ski Mask, the Slum God. I was copying J. Cole. All these fellas, like people that I would listen to. A little bit Eminem, I would copy. Just flat out copy their flow, everything, rap on their instrumentals, but in their flow kind of thing. And then, but then I did it for a few years and a few years and a few years. And even now, I'm still trying to, like the journey to find your own voice as an artist, I think it never stops. You continuously evolve and evolve, So, but I think I'm the most me that I've ever been, But it always starts from some imitation at first.
Do you find it like difficult in the beginning, like to start this?
Definitely, man. But honestly, I didn't find it difficult. Not in the sense that, because firstly, it's normal to compare your success to other people. So I guess like as I started achieving more success, then I started to compare myself to people. But when you first start, bro, that's like the most pure moment, it's like you're just with your homies, you don't care if you do well, So like those are the times I cherish the most. Then down the line, as I started to do slightly better, I started to compare, start to look here, look there.
Be more serious,
Then you just compare yourself a lot more, and then ego becomes the thing, and then you like clout, gets to your head and all that. So I had that phase as well. And then I guess like, with the pandemic and through the years of like learning and making mistakes, I guess like I've sort of grown now and trying to find the love that I had for it, even though I was so bad at it. But the love was so pure, Yeah.
Understand.
I want to go back to the childhood days.
Yeah.
When you're going through all of that, right? How do you overcome those kind of like, that kind of thoughts? Those kind of like sad thoughts and everything.
It was a rough time, and I think I only really recently like I'm starting to overcome it. I'm not gonna lie, because like even last year, I talked about it before on like a previous interview. Like I think I'm ready to talk about it. Like at least, like I tried to take my life last year. Last year, bro. Like did it as last year. Police came. It was a whole thing. IMH.
No, what do you do actually? What do you do?
Also don't want to get too much into it. But basically, it was like a combination of everything that was happening in my life at one time. Like,
but you feel like too much pressure, or what?
No, it's not really like on the career side of things. It's like mentally you just don't feel good, because I feel like I've been depressed since I was 14 years old, and I never really felt that I really overcame it. I just had more things to do over time.
Distraction, like a distraction.
Like distractions, and then when it gets quiet, it gets loud. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
So like that's one thing mentally, and then spiritually I was just gone. Emotionally gone. Socially I was just around the wrong people. Financially wasn't great. My relationships with people weren't great. My relationship with myself, most importantly, wasn't great. So just a lot of that, man. And but when I'm walking down the street and someone says hi ABANGSAPAU, I'm just like, hey man, but this guy doesn't know I just came out IMH like just a few days ago, bro.
They don't know.
But yeah, man, I guess like the journey never stops, But I guess like I only very recently, I would say, came out of this, like I would put it as a 10-year run since I was like 14.
Understand.
Yeah.
But do you like go like ask for help or whatever?
I tried, at first, but I'm very stubborn, very stubborn. My mom will always try her best, that's why it's always love to her, But I think at the end of the day, it always comes back to your relationship with yourself and like, are you living your life with intention? I think that's what I think helped me to bring me back to myself as I am now. I'm still a work in progress, but I feel like I'm at a much better place than I was even a year ago, But that 1 year was 10 years of work. Because it always comes back to intention. Are you living your life in accordance to what you want or how you want to live it? Are you doing it for other people? Are you sacrificing who you surround yourself with for the sake of other people? Are you trying to achieve things just to prove other people wrong? Are you this and that? It's like this whole thing about intentions just became a big thing for me. Like, why am I doing the things I do? Why did I do the things I did? Was it for validation? Was it for acceptance? Was it for all these kinds of things? The moment I realized none of this shit matters and that we're all gonna fucking die, bro. That's when I was like, yo, I better make sure I live like with as much of a why as possible, like my why has to be crystal clear, and then I'll figure out the how, and I guess that's where I'm at now. Still a work in progress, but the why is crystal clear now.
Do you plan, like, not say plan, but do you feel that you can show people who are going through what you've been through? So like, I can do this, you also can.
Oh, definitely, man.
Just like certain rappers like Kid Cudi, whoever, like that kind of message.
Yeah, of course, man. Like I hope and pray that I do that. And you know what was the most like I teared up, bro. Like I think it was like just a few days ago. I released a freestyle on Instagram, and then it's this series. I call it a conversation with the mirror series. So that first freestyle that blew up last time, it was a conversation with the mirror part 1. So that was in 2019. So my final part to that freestyle series is a conversation with the mirror part 5. So that was the last one. I just released it a few days ago. And then someone messaged me after I dropped that freestyle, that last one, and said, hey man, thanks for the conversation with the mirror series. It saved me from suicide.
Damn.
To know that this fat Singaporean kid who raps, like saved a life, bro. That's like, it's enough. I can quit music today, bro. And my mission is accomplished. You know what I mean?
I understand.
Like, so that's like the most beautiful thing. And yeah, I want to hopefully have a lot more of that, like ripple through the people who come across my music. Yeah.
But your music really meaningful, like really inspirational.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. I just don't want it to be corny. So I'm trying to find the middle ground. Some people are too inspirational.
Yeah.
But then you don't bump to it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find a middle ground where.
But I feel like your one is like based on your experience also. It's like real,
Right.
Like you based on your experience, based on what you've gone through.
Right.
So it's like real. So people can know that this guy is real,
Appreciate that,
do
man.
you produce your own songs?
I don't know how to do anything musically.
Damn.
I just write songs. That's all.
Because when I listen to Mama, I the way the technical part is like, it really affects the
I have
emotions.
talented music friends, man. Like my
understand.
producer Dan, like my drummer, he played the violins for me. I have my other friend come and play keys for me. So it's like I'm just surrounded by a very talented group of people who play all kinds of instruments. And whenever I call them, hey bro, you want to play for me this? They're always down, which is very nice.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether you said this before, but how do you get your name? ABANGSAPAU?
Oh, okay. So, is the most disappointing story. Like, there's no deep thought to it. Like all my music, you will say, oh, this one like probably was deep thought or whatever, meaningful. Bro, this is the most shallow, whatever. You know, like when I was in secondary school, everyone called me ABANGSAPAU instead of Abang Gemuk because it's the nice way of saying the fat kid.
Oh,
okay.
You know, and then when Instagram existed, my Instagram name was ABANGSAPAU. So when I decided to become an artist, I look at my Instagram. Okay, ABANGSAPAU. That's it. that's the name.
So in your like, you start 2019, correct?
Yeah.
So till this day, so what would you say like your most memorable career?
Most memorable lah. I think two lah. My first one I think was like, I think it was only like few months of doing the music thing, you know, and then like I ended up performing with my homie on the Ignite side stage, you know, in 2019.
Yeah.
And there were like 1,000 plus people there just watching these two
This is your first time,
underground
is it,
rappers.
performing in
First
front
time
of
performing in front of such a huge crowd, and it was a side stage, but it had like more people at that point in time than the main stage. You know, it was crazy, like it was very surreal. You know, so that was I think one of the most memorable experiences. You know, like that really showed me that damn, if you really put your mind to something, good things can happen, man. Cool shit can happen. You know.
Then you nervous or not? Like damn son, like wow, this
No,
is different.
when I'm on stage, bro.
It's different.
Oh,
Never
Switch
like
up,
I love the stage. It's my favorite. Like I will get nervous a bit before, but then the moment I'm on stage, it's like okay, switch on already.
Game over.
Yeah, game over.
Game over. ABANGSAPAU is at it.
Game on.
Game on. Game over for them. For the audience.
And
Second most I would say is NDP.
yeah, I was about to
Before my
say.
NDP with my mom. My mom always wanted to be a singer
Mm.
her whole life. She was good at it. She was winning shows and all that.
Oh.
But then she had kids. And then cut everything. She
Yes, yeah.
threw away all of that, you know. So
because
to
of
be
you,
able
see now because of you, she cannot become
No
singer.
yeah, but like to be able to fulfill at least like that part of the dream for her, like meant a lot to me. And it was during the COVID lockdown, so everything felt a lot more intimate, you know, during the NDP. So it was nice. Yeah.
like what 300 million people, right?
A lot.
Watching.
Was it? I don't know. Was that the amount?
No, not 300 million, 3 million. 3 million,
3
sorry.
million.
3 million. 300 million.
300 million.
Malaysian.
yeah.
3 million, 3 million.
Wow,
But
that's
still a lot,
that's
3 million.
lot.
Yeah.
No, you know what's a funny story? The day after NDP, like I just assumed nobody like, you know, really paid attention to my performance at least, you know. So I was in a cab one day, you know, like there's like a IKEA and then a Giant.
Oh, yeah,
and the
that-
Tampines one.
yeah.
So I went inside a cab, but I was so lazy to walk that day. It was the day after NDP. I was so lazy to walk from IKEA to Giant. So I literally went to the cab in IKEA and I was like, boss, can you drive me to Giant? You know, and then he just drove, and then when he was driving,
He literally lion you,
he lion, bro. I told him to just take a long loop and then go back to Giant. Then I acted like I was like a rich guy. I was like, hey, you know, this one I want to invest in this building. I want to buy this building today. I was just like bullshitting my way through, you know. You know, sometimes I'd like to do that, just like whirl in the cab, you know. Then the moment I landed right back at Giant, I was like, hey, were you the guy at NDP yesterday? I was like, oh my god. You
I
found
see
me
you on TV.
Kena caught.
Okay, can we go to part 2?
Alright.
Alright, yeah, there you have it, guys. And we see you guys after this in part 2. Peace. And welcome back, guys. This podcast is brought to you by Property Agent Kai Syazwan. Hashtag I hustle, you hustle.
Yeah, for more information on buying or selling a house, you guys can contact him at 93250-334. 93250-334.
Or you can find him on Instagram at Kai Syazwan Property.
Let's get it on.
Let's go.
Okay, I want to ask you. Let's say right now, if I'm studying right now, right? And then I got a girlfriend. Okay, not girlfriend lah. Like a partner lah. Okay, I got a partner. And then my partner is also studying. If I were to apply for BTO, right? Can I apply for BTO? No? And also, if I apply for BTO, will I get any special grant or whatever?
As a student, you mean?
As a student. Yeah.
Okay. Application for BTO, as long as you are above 21, you can apply already.
Okay.
Okay. So again, just now, as I mentioned, eligibility and affordability. So eligibility, you are above 21, you can apply. But whether you can afford or not, it depends.
Okay, so the studying part is like nothing got to do with anything lah.
Studying part, nothing. In fact, I share a story a bit. I applied my first BTO when I was in NS. So NS, they don't consider your income as an income. They consider your whatever you're getting is an allowance. So allowance in HDB's context, that's not income. So technically my income is zero. So I still can apply.
Okay.
Understand? So technically eligibility you can apply, but whether you can afford or not, then I'm gonna explain now. Right? So for BTO context, the first when you get your ballot number and then when HDB call you to come and select your unit, that's where you need to down this deposit, we call it. This deposit as of now is $2,000.
Okay.
So once you select your unit ready, you kind of like confirm you want to buy the unit, you put the $2,000, HDB will choke that unit for you. Okay. So a few months later, HDB will call you for another appointment. This is to confirm that that unit will be yours. So at that point of time, when you sign this lease agreement, HDB will take about 5%. 5% from your CPF. HDB will take the balance 15% later when nearing collection of keys, which is if let's say your BTO is ready 5 years later. Then about 6 to 9 months before, I think about 6 months or lesser. Right? When HDB is ready to collect your key, issue you the keys, HDB will inform you, okay, now you need to prepare your loan, and also upon collection of keys, we're gonna deduct the balance 15%. So 5% plus later part of 15%, that is what we call the down payment. So for BTO, the special benefit is HDB know that it's either you are studying as of now or you just start your work. So your income is at your lowest at the moment. So they call it this thing called deferred income assessment. Means your income will only be assessed later. When you buy resale, now you assess your income. Now see whether you can afford or not, because you want to buy now. For BTO is you're not gonna stay now because when you select the unit, the place is still barren land. So later part when the house is ready, when I want to issue you the keys collection, when I want to issue you the keys, that's when you need to assess everything. That's when your income will be assessed. 5 years later, if you stay your current job, definitely your income will be increased. Or if let's say now you know that you finish your studies already in 5 years time, you know your income at that point of time will be more or less the stable, the average income already. It's no more the starting income already. So technically to answer, can. But need to see your affordability, whether can buy or not.
It's all affordability lah.
Yes.
Correct.
Means it's really good actually.
Yeah. You have your plans already.
Yes. My plans already.
What's the plan?
No lah, I'm not studying. Right?
Yeah, but but that's the thing. A lot of people now, it's not you don't give a ring. When you want to propose, you don't give a ring. You want to propose, you always say, you want to BTO with me.
Yes, actually.
Because you know that you're going to be 5 years later. So if let's say, you say yes, right? Then let's book a flat now.
Islam, okay or not?
Is there like macam such thing as macam like I have money and I look at this house I like and I buy on the spot? Is there such thing?
There is.
There is. As long as you have money, you can do that actually.
Yes.
So you don't have to go through the process like hire an agent and do this and that, apply this and that, the grant or whatever. Just I look at this house, I have money, I want to buy on the spot, I buy.
Chill.
Correct. The process of changing the ownership status and all still needs to go through. Because you cannot.
Let's say like a fresh house, like nobody stay there.
Nobody is staying there. Can. But
like a new house.
But sadly, it's not something that you pick off the shelf. Because you need to fight with those who wants to buy also. So that's why because of this competition, HDB introduces this thing called ballot. So technically what you need to do is you need to ballot first. When you have the ballot number, let's say for example the units, there's 1,000 units, and then your queue number is number 1 or number 10. You know that the first 9 will choose already. Now you got the money already, right? When your turn comes, that's when you can just select and say that now I don't want to take any loan, I don't want to take any grants, I got the money, I will pay. Can?
Okay.
If he say you want to pay higher than the number 1 guy?
Oh, cannot. Because ballot don't work that way. Ballot works based on whose turn it is. You go polyclinic, your number is 500, your number is 501. I pay higher lah. I want to take 500. Cannot what?
Don't work that way.
This one Singapore, what you do is corruption,
But like if for private property can, right? Like bungalow or what can, right?
Landed
Landed can.
Landed condo also depends because condo also there's balloting system. So sometimes you are rich, you got a lot of money, but if your ballot number sucks, it sucks.
Yeah.
Cannot run away.
Yeah, cannot run away. But for landed, so far I haven't heard any balloting. So ballot can. Landed can.
Landed, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. There you have it, guys. And if you guys want to contact Kai Syazwan, you can contact him in Boy Aslam.
You guys can contact him at 93250 93250
Or you can find him on Instagram at Kai Syazwan Property.
Hashtag I hustle, you hustle. Peace. Hey, what's going on, guys? We are still joined by ABANGSAPAU.
Yeah. ABANGSAPAU.
Hey, let's talk about 16 baris.
Yes, 16 baris.
Is it 16 baris or 16
Malay
baris?
what? No way.
I mean, either way, I think it's fine.
I call it 16 baris because
16 baris.
baris is Malay.
Yeah, let's talk about 16 baris because
Yes.
that one is like siapa-siapa, this one what I feel like siapa-siapa pergi sana I means like dah bagus gila.
It's like a stage.
Dah bagus gila.
It's like, what's it
because Joe
called?
Freezer call you guys, right?
It's like a double XL thing, right?
Double XL lah benda.
I guess you
Freshman,
could say
freshman.
so. Yeah.
Damn, I don't know what the fuck does that mean.
You know, like in America, they have this season where a few rappers, a double XL, they perform.
Double XL.
Yeah, it's like a thing.
21
I
Savage, Lil Uzi semua pergi sana.
in one like seasons by seasons. I don't know. how to explain.
There's a DJ spinning.
Kodak Black
Yeah.
all from there.
Yeah,
Oh, is it?
Before they become big.
yeah.
So it's feel like 16 baris is like for the Malaysian and Singapore thing.
Actually, no. Southeast Asia.
Southeast
Southeast
Asian thing.
Asia,
Southeast Asian thing.
Yeah.
How was your experience like, sir?
It was crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like,
How many takes?
mine was, I think it was 4
Wow, not bad.
4 takes. Yeah. I've heard horror stories of people who took a lot more than that. So I'm very grateful they only took 4 takes, you know. But no, it was crazy though. Cause like, you know, at first I put out the audition video, you know, and then I got a call up after that.
Okay, wait. So how does it work?
Yeah, how does it work?
Okay, so usually like you like this, I think from what I know, season 1 and 2 also like this, like you put out an audition tape. It's like a hashtag or something. I think at that point also they had a live show. You could come down and like really show your skills and then they'll pick you or something.
Oh.
But basically, like you have to audition lah first.
Yeah.
And they'll go through it, all of it, you know. And I guess like the team will kind of like handpick whoever they think could kill it on the 16 by cipher itself, you know. And then yeah, that's how it happens. Yeah. So like season 1, you know, at that point I only just started. So like season 1 and 2, literally me and my friends were in poly, bro, like sitting down watching every episode, you know, after like Friday prayers, we just sit there, watch, you know. So it was always like a dream, you know.
Yeah.
But then COVID hit and all that, then I thought like, oh okay, I guess like people were waiting for like the next year to have season 3, you know. But then I think because of COVID and all that, and that it couldn't happen.
Right?
Yeah. So I was just like no expectations really lah, you know. And then I found out like, oh my god, season 3 is happening. Like at the end of last year, suddenly season 3 is happening. So oh shit, okay. I guess I gotta do it lah. You know, I have to put out an audition lah. So I put out the audition, got the call up, and then they flew me down there. I was running on 0 sleep because the night before the 16 baris is only then did I start like planning the verse. You know what I mean? So it was like I had no idea what I was going to do. I was so much nerves, you know, like I was on the flight just writing, on the way from the airport to the hotel just writing. It was like a whole thing, you know. Then when I got back to the hotel, I showered just to freshen myself. Like I don't know what I ate, and I suddenly have bad tummy ache. And then when I reached the barber shop, I was both overwhelmed, both by oh my god, this is 16 baris, this is the barber shop, there's Joe, there's DJ Caesar, you know, this is the shit I watched on YouTube those whole years. I was fighting between the overwhelming feeling of that and the overwhelming need to shit. I was really fighting between those two, you know. So thankfully I fought the battle lah. The moment it was done, just went straight back to the hotel.
Which battle
nice
was
dump.
like harder? The shit or the
shit bro. The shit was bad lah,
The
bro.
shit.
Because as you get more nervous, you more want to shit, bro.
Yeah, I understand.
So it's like, oh my god. Yeah, but you know, thankfully, like after the first take, second take, then they took a break in between the takes. And I was like, oh my god, take break. I want to beat up, bro. You know? But then, okay lah. Like, thankfully, I guess like it happened, and you know, we weren't allowed. Like, at least for me, I didn't see the final product until the episode came out. No, so I was damn nervous. Because if you fuck this up, more people are going to see this
Yes.
than probably your music, you know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
especially if you're not like a huge rapper already, you know. And I'm physically huge, but I'm not huge yet, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like if people remember me for City 16 Baris verse,
Yeah.
that's it, like, you know.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it came out amazing,
It was
and I was on
good.
the last episode, so it was like I was the last rapper on the last episode. So huge honor. Shout out to all of them for having me. It was like life changing, the experience.
Was
Really,
Joe
really.
like really intimidating?
It was very welcoming actually. Yeah, and I think he just wanted us to do our own thing,
I understand.
you know. So everyone had their own vibe. Everyone was just kind of wanted to do it in their own style, you know. And yeah, it was very chill, lah. Yeah. At least for my experience, lah. In my episode, I cannot speak for other people.
What I would really like is that video
Yeah.
of you in 16 Baris.
Yeah.
You got anything to say? Bagus gila. Dia bagus gila.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thanks, man.
who would you say your top 5 rappers?
Oh, I had a feeling this question was coming.
Yeah.
I have a top 6. I have a top 6. It's of course Kendrick Cole.
This one is like accordingly or what?
No, not in order.
Okay.
Kendrick Cole,
They give
Kanye.
in order lah.
Huh?
Yeah,
in order.
Give in order.
In order, but I cannot.
You think properly, yeah.
In order lah saya.
In order.
Who inspires you the most, or like
Start dari 5 dulu ah.
from 5?
Okay, from bottom lah. Bottom
6,
five.
from 6.
Oh 6, sorry.
6. Okay.
Masih nak 5
Yes, sir. He said 6 already.
Yeah, I'll start from 1. It's easier to think that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess 1 like rapper, not like artist, like
Yeah,
rapper.
a
Right?
rapper.
Rapper, I would say Kendrick,
Kendrick,
Sabah.
Sabah.
I don't know if you've heard of Sabah before.
Sabah, I don't know.
He is so underrated.
He's the one with the cap, right? That skinny guy.
He's one with cap,
Right.
skinny guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't do the cap anymore. I think I'm his number 1 fan in Southeast Asia. To be
From
honest.
where is he from?
Chicago.
Oh,
I don't
Yeah.
know where he like perform and everything, but I saw him on Instagram somehow.
Yeah. So like he's getting bigger and bigger by
Yeah,
the
yeah,
day,
yeah.
you know. But yeah, it's Kendrick, Sabah, Cole, Kanye.
Let's go.
Wow, but Kanye also is not. You see, that's why I don't like. Okay,
He's not-
it's
he's
really
not-
I cannot put it in order. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. So in no order. Okay, Kendrick. Sorry, I cannot do that. I cannot not in order. Okay, really, because it's hard to different metrics to compare. Okay, so Kendrick, Sabah, Cole, Kanye, Mac Miller, and Lil Sims.
Who's that?
She's like a female rapper from the UK.
Sims. SIMS.
SIMZ.
Z. Yeah.
SIMZ.
I never heard of that before. Heard before.
She is killer.
You should
Killer.
check her out.
Hey, shout out, bro. Like now, a lot of dope female MCs are
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
up, bro,
yeah.
killing the guys, bro.
Yeah.
It's wild. Yeah. Like you know, like Ice Spice, Doechii.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them are coming out now, which is like great, lah.
What about your dream collaboration?
Sabah,
Sabah.
bro.
Sabah seems more realistic. Right?
Yeah,
Right.
I guess, but also it's like Sabah is like my Drake, bro. You know what I mean?
Your
So
idea.
like, even though people might say, yeah, Sabah is more realistic because it's not
Yeah.
as big, but if I get a song with Sabah,
Yeah.
that's as if someone got a song with Drake, bro. To me, that's like, because that's literally working with my favorite artist. Sabah is my favorite
Yeah,
artist. Yeah.
He's good.
What do you think about Drake? Because you never say Drake.
I love Drake. Like, Drake falls under the artist category rather than rapper category.
Yeah.
He's a great rapper, don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
And he has killer bars, bro.
Mm.
Like some of his bars are crazy. But I also appreciate a lot of his singing shit.
Mhm.
You know, and I think he's more of a very well packaged. I would say probably best artist or most influential artist
Yes,
of this
yes.
generation.
Somehow,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Until now, I bump him every other day, bro.
But Kanye
Yeah.
first
Huh?
Kanye first most influential.
Oh.
You don't want to say? Not really, yeah.
Kanye is
Kanye problematic.
No, like, I think, okay, you know what? Now I think
Artist,
about
right?
it. Culturally,
Most
influential from clothing to music,
yeah.
fashion to even how he influenced other artists.
Yeah.
Love him or hate him, bro. But you have to say it's Kanye, dude.
Yeah.
Kanye is
Drake is more like for the masses, bro. You
Yes.
know, the shit that's bumping everywhere that anyone can listen to
Yeah.
at any time, any emotion. Very relatable. You know, I guess that's his influentialness. But culture has
Yeah.
to be Kanye.
Yeah.
He all the way.
What do you think?
Jay-Z no,
agree?
I think
Jay-Z.
of
Yeah.
course.
Jay-Z no.
Huh?
Jay-Z.
That's a whole alamak. This is all sejarah hip hop.
Sejarah hip-hop.
Okay, tell us about your best fan experience throughout your career.
Best fan experience throughout my career.
Mhm.
Then after that, I want to know the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, the worst.
Worst or
Okay.
weirdest.
Wow. Okay, I'll tell you something that is both the best and the worst.
Oh,
It was a mix for me because I didn't know how to feel about it. Confession, I'm doing this full time now, but there was a time earlier this year when I wasn't. I was working part time as a dishwasher. Okay. But a lot of people knew me already, you know what I mean? But I'm not a huge rapper or artist yet lah. So I was like, okay, fuck it, I'll go work part time dishwashing, $12 per hour, just to make ends meet for a while lah, until things start picking up, you know. So I was just doing my dishwashing. I thought no one would recognize me because I was wearing black pants, hairnet,
No kain.
mask, no kain, bro. You know, it was like a whole thing, like really in disguise, bro. Just washing dishes and all that. ABANGSAPAU. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Ain't no way, bro. It's wild. So
Where's the escape room?
where do I go, bro? You know, I was like, oh, are you ABANGSAPAU? I was my mask, my hairnet, everything. Yeah, I am. Oh shit, yo, I'm a huge fan of you, man. My son is like your number one fan, bro. And I felt so. Part of me felt so embarrassed, but part of me also felt so humble because like this person is seeing me dishwash, and it's not even questioning me why I'm dishwashing. He's just saying I love your shit. He's not saying why you dishwashing, bro. Why you did? So it was like I was like juggling with these feelings. Like it was a big ego, like. You know, damn, this guy used to see me as ABANGSAPAU, but now he see me as ABANGSAPAU and the guy that also dishwashes in a hospital, where in a hospital cafe, and I was serving nasi padang. You know what I mean? So it was so humbling, bro. But I went home feeling super grateful. Like the ego hit was maybe like in the moment, because I wanted to take a selfie. Then I had to take out my hairnet, like make it look like it wasn't in the kitchen or something. Like in the moment, it was very.
I bring you somewhere.
I was like, let's turn the angle a bit, you know. He want to FaceTime his son, all that. Okay, let me take it and like change to a blank wall or something, you know. But like when I went home, like the long MRT ride home, like I was just listening to music and I was feeling mad grateful. Like damn, like these are the people that listen to my music, you know, and
you feel
now
like you want to do more. Like,
I want to do more because I'm seeing this day to day and I live it too, bro. I'm not above what y'all are doing, you know. This guy was a higher position than me in the hospital. You know, he was like a regular staff. I was just a dishwasher, bro. But he still saw me as ABANGSAPAU, bro. So it's like I have a responsibility, lah, you know. And I realized that like, as much as I can take an ego hit and cry about the fact that like I wanted to hide the fact that I was working part-time for such a long time. You know, I didn't firstly like, if people find out I work part-time, will they want to like pay less to book me, or will they want to like this or that, or like kutuk me, or say like my music cannot make it or whatever. But then now I'm like, fuck it lah, let's just talk about it. Singaporeans can make it doing art in Singapore. They can, bro. But you also have to first make ends meet. Secondly, you have to understand what you're doing it for, because you have a responsibility. The thing is, Singaporeans, even just look at what y'all are doing today, bro. Singaporeans are so creative, bro. But for most of us, we don't have the fucking time or capacity to think about that shit. We don't have it. We think about family, we think about bills, we think about making it month to month, bro. And when like during that time when I was working part-time, I had no time, bro. And when I had 2 days of an off day, I really appreciated being creative. You know, and in those 2 days I wrote 2 albums.
Damn.
In 2 days. One day I wrote 7 songs. 14 songs in 2 days. Because like I was like, fuck it, these are the few days I have to be creative, let me do it. But some people don't even get to do that, but for some people, like I'm grateful that was my part-time life, you know. But for a lot of people, that's just life, bro. You know? So when people like shit on the arts in Singapore, says local cannot make it and this that, said, don't say that shit, bro. We are mad creative, bro. We just don't got the fucking time or anything. You know what I mean?
Dude.
Then when you write your own songs, right? Just now you say you write on your own songs on your off days and all, right? After you write it, then who do you refer to, or like let them listen to?
Like, so like if I really like, if I write it first, I'll like listen for a few days, you know, like digest it first in my system, and then you know, if I really like the song, then I'll go Buff it out to my producer, you know. No, I'll go hit up my producer.
Pijak kat mic juga.
Like, yo, let's make this a proper demo, you know, let's record this properly and whatever. And I'll go play it for, you know, my team or whoever, and then we'll plan it out from there.
Is there like a go-to person outside from like producer or like your friends, your mom?
Oh,
your
definitely.
girlfriend?
So I when it comes to music, I like to let different groups of people listen to it. Like, I will let the music friends listen to it. Of course, I'll let the label listen to it. But I also want my mom to listen to it, get her blessing. But I also want regular non-music friends to listen to it. So I love asking strangers. I love asking Grab drivers for their opinion. Like when I was working part-time, I loved like just playing the shit to my colleagues, you know. Because when you're in a music circle, everyone will say, oh, there's this, there's that. I like this, I don't like that, whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm not trying to connect to fellow musicians, bro. I'm trying to connect to Singaporeans, bro. So I need Singaporeans' opinion, bro. Does this touch you or not? Like, does this connect or not? You know, is my intention reaching you or not? If not, let me see what I can do. You know, so that's usually like different groups of people I would like go to like really market test, I guess you would say, like the music that I'm making, like, and see what I can do to make sure the intention aligns with what I'm trying to do.
Is there any artist that ever try to like diss you or what?
In Singapore, you mean?
I think every artist who is on the come up probably has faced that like at some point.
Then do you ever like what dislike or what?
True, like when I first came up, there was a few people like this actually, but we ended up becoming friends, bro. That's the crazy thing. Like the guy that I performed at Ignite Music Festival with, we performed it together. Like I dissed him before we became friends, and then we ended up doing the Ignite Music Festival
But
together.
he took the L or you took the L?
Huh?
Who took the L?
I think he took the L.
That's a new beef again. A new distract
Hey,
coming
but
on.
I've taken my fair share of L's, and I'm not afraid to admit that, you know. But I think every artist, entertainer, anybody in the public sphere, I'm sure you guys have your fair share of people shitting on you all, you know what I mean? Just part and parcel lah.
To touch on that, right? When you get that clout or get that attention, right? Obviously, there's hate, right?
Yeah.
So in the beginning, how do you handle the hate compared to now?
I was. Wow, in the beginning I was so bad at handling it, bro. Like, I would spiral. I would like really worry about what people were thinking of me, you know, saying about me. I would like always try to like correct them, you know, felt this need to like, you're wrong, you know, like what you're saying is not
like
true.
you want to explain to them, no? Like, hey, this one is actually like their opinion is wrong, lah. Like you want to tell something to them.
Yeah, like I always felt the need to do that. You know, like I want to correct these people. I need to correct what is being said. You know, but then now it's like, say lah, bro. I know my intention, bro, and I have a whole kampung of people who fuck with me because they know exactly what I stand for, and they see me every day. It's the motherfuckers that don't fucking know you that be saying the most, bro. The motherfuckers that you fucking barely see months, bro. That all they see is the shit you post, and they feel like they fucking know everything about you.
That's right.
That's just how it is, bro. And now it's like, fuck it, say what you want to say, dude. I know what I want to do. I have people and friends that, thankfully, I don't surround myself with yes men. If I'm fucking up, I know my homies are going to say, Shaz, you're fucking up. Switch that shit or kill your fucking ego. Stop doing that shit. Now I'm like, oh, okay, thanks for checking me. That's kind of people I want to keep around. Motherfuckers who just want to talk, it's like, talk, bro. It's okay. Do you, man.
But,
Is there any upcoming diss track?
the new one just now, you say the L one. That guy gonna come again.
I'm happy for that guy. He's doing well in life now, you know. No more. I'm over the distract phase, you know. I'm gonna start singing, bro.
What about your biggest challenge?
Challenge?
Yeah, throughout your career, your biggest challenge. You feel like, alamak, this one like difficult, but I still have to go through this to make it that period of time. Like, what's the biggest challenge?
Oh, COVID lah.
COVID lah. Yeah. Actually, true.
I think because like COVID, you're cooped up first in your head, you know, you don't really get to experience things, you know, and then suddenly everybody's online. So everything is just an online thing. Everything is based on what people say and post and whatever. Nothing felt real. You know, and then it's like, and then that whole concept of like, you know, like at that time also was the time where I was also starting to get big because it was during COVID that I did NDP, I did fucking Lazada ad, you know, all of these things were happening during that time. So like people were having the most to say during a time when no one could see me around, you know. So like it was a bad time, you know, and there were a lot of things happening in my life outside of that. My father passed away during that time, during COVID also. You know, it was like a month or 2 months before NDP. You know, like my dad suddenly passed away. You know, so it was like a whole bunch of shit that I was going through at that time. That I was so close to quitting music. I was so close to just fucking calling it quits. I'm done. Fuck this. I made a mistake. I got to go back and focus on school. You know. But I'm glad I made it through. I barely fucking made it through. You know. But yeah, I guess that was the toughest period. I would say 2020 till like 2020, 2021, 2022 are those 3 years. Like really rough. And then 2023 was humble beginnings, working from scraps again, dishwashing, whatever, building myself up again. And Alhamdulillah, now May, I'm still not where I want to be, but things are looking up now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about like dating.
Sure.
Let's tell us about your dating experience, like your weirdest dating experience.
I tell you one thing, bro. I got like my asshole, right, is like, it decides to act up in the worst of moments, bro. I told you about 16 bodies, right? Let me tell you about another one, bro. I was dating my classmate. This time, not dating lah. Like I had a crush on my classmate. You know, so like it was a birthday. So like I went to my classmate's house. You know, to like, hey, let me take you out for a birthday, whatever. Bro, I like spent the whole night like writing cards and you know, like I literally dressed formal, bro. Like white smart shirt, pants, leather shoes and shit. I was overdoing it. I was so overdoing it. You know, pull up. Walking to her house today. Okay, I'm going to pick her up. It's going to be smooth. It's going to be cool, you know. And I said, oh shit, I need to fart, you know. It's regular day. I'm going to fart.
Never trust that. Never trust it.
Never trust, bro. Never trust that shit.
Oh my god.
At first it was fine. The fart just happened.
Okay.
But I just continue walking. I said, what if there's something wet going on my leg?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
God damn.
It was rough. But she ended up becoming my girlfriend, bro.
Oh,
Let's go.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're no longer together, but
okay.
like, but yeah, I mean, yeah, still W, like I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was it's crazy, bro. Like I had to like I brought my perfume, so I was just trying to spray it, and then like I went to like toilet and I tried to like wash it. Like I can't like walk out now, right? It's too late, right? She's already there, bro. So like I just had to make it work somehow, and
But she know about this or not?
much later.
You had to tell her.
Much later she found out.
I don't spell anything. I don't spell anything. You see that?
Now I'm outing myself.
Wow.
But yeah, that was
You got experience like that?
basically my butt acts in the weirdest ways.
Your
Till
thumb.
this day.
Huh?
Till this day.
I need to fight with her.
Aikal kena.
But do you have a type? Do you have a type?
Type of game.
Bro, can we fucking get along? You know, do I have to minimize who I am for us to work? You know, or do you have to minimize who you are for us to work? You know, that I feel like just in a person, I guess, or just in friendships, bro, like just the people I want to surround myself with. I'm sure the people I want to date will come with that, you know. But like the whole, like just people in general, like do we elevate each other and bring out the better of each other and while feeling very true to ourselves, or do we feel like we need to block out certain parts of ourselves just for us to vibe, you know? And you know, like I think most of us at a time in our lives where we don't want to compromise on things that make us lah, you know. So as long as like I'm with people that don't make me feel like that, you know, I'm always open lah.
But would you prefer to get to know a girl through online or through mutual?
Friendship first to me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I never really dated like online before.
I see.
Yeah.
So you're the type of guy who like friendship first?
Yeah.
What if kena friend zone, sir?
Oh, I have my fair share. But it's always worth it. Like that's I think that's the whole point lah.
Can you get out from the friend zone, man?
Can.
Can't lah. Sometimes if really you know, but I guess in general no, you know, but when it flourishes, bro, it flourishes, bro.
Yeah,
You know?
understand.
And that's the shit that fuck, I sound like a fucking old man, bro. You know what I mean? But like shit, bro, it's real, bro. I've seen motherfuckers go through it, so with like making a wrong decision after wrong decision after wrong decision, you know, and it's like even like I look at my parents, bro, you know, and it's like shit, do I want that for myself, bro? Like, nah, man, I want to really connect, you know, with the person before we even think about doing anything, bro. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, I want to just break the cycle of trauma, of generational trauma, of relationship problems, whatever that goes back, you know, generations. I want to fucking break the cycle. And I think the most important now is just focus on myself and getting money and being able to provide first to my fucking mom before I even think about giving money to anybody else. You know, so that's where I'm at right now. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
We're all in the same
Zone.
zones, yeah.
Fuck with that. Fuck with that. Hell
We're all in
yeah.
the same zone.
Work on ourselves first. For the mum first.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Anything else? That's all, Ken?
Yeah.
All right, guys. There you have it, guys. Thank you very much, ABANGSAPAU, for
Yes.
joining us. We really appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully everything will go smoothly and
Yeah.
we will sail together, lah.
Chill together.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Okay, last, you want to shout out your socials?
Yes.
ABANGSAPAU everywhere. ABANGSAPAU. Check me out. Love. Thanks, Wello, for having me.
No worries, bro.
No problem, bro.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Peace.